Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, we have a very iconic symbol, if you will, closing for a month at one cruise port. We have Norwegian Cruise Line changing a dining venue for the better. Haven't heard of that too often. The icon of the seas has been spotted in Puerto Rico, getting ready for her debut on the 20th of this month. And Carnival Cruise Line has also issued a warning to those people sailing out of New Orleans this weekend. On Sunday, be careful. You might miss the ship because of something that's going on in the city. So, in the Naval Dockyard is a very symbolic clock tower mall. You see it from the port when you arrive. It's one of the premier visual things you will see looking out your cruise ship window when you're in port. Well, it needs some maintenance and it needs some work, and they are closing it down for a full month to do that repair. So those people are used to popping in there and doing some shopping and stuff like that. Well, if you're there going until I think February 23rd, it's not going to be open. So keep that in mind. You'll have to find other alternatives for your shopping adventures. We have Carnival saying if you're on the Carnival Glory sailing on the 7th of this month, you could be in for some traffic issues because there's a home game. I think it's the final game of the season for the Saints. And they say the traffic could be so bad and so congested around the time that you have to take extra precaution to make sure you can get to the cruise port on time. Remember, it doesn't matter what's happening in the city, the cruise is still going to leave when it's supposed to leave. And so if you're in the city, you may even have a hard time finding a hotel. If you think you can just drive in and stay at a hotel overnight and then head out, if you haven't made plans already, you should have made plans already. It's in a few days. However, it's going to be very busy in New Orleans this weekend, and yes, on Sunday on the Carnival Glory, leave early. That's the best advice you can get, is leave early for sure. Now, some people are pretty excited down in Puerto Rico because the largest ship in the world right now that hasn't set sail yet, the icon of the seas, is out there in Puerto Rico right now, getting ready for her debut in Miami on the 20th of this year. Now, the funny thing is, it's in Puerto Rico right now. They're like the first country to see it sailing. It's not returning until like 2025. It won't get back to Puerto Rico until then. So there's a lot of watchers out there and ship spotters and people just in awe of the size of this ship, and I can't wait to get on her in just over 2 weeks. So we'll see her up close and firsthand. It looks formidable. It looks huge. I don't know how these things stay afloat, but they do. Good thing for that. Next, we have a story going on with Norwegian Cruise Line. And normally when I talk about dining menus and dining venues lately, it's been some bad news, right? It's been, oh, by the way, specialty dining's going up, or they're cutting back on certain foods, or guess what, that free venue that used to be free, you now have to pay for the package in order to eat there now, otherwise you're going to be charged to eat there. If you want a second course or a third course, you got to pay more for it. They're going to cut back on the lobster dinner. All the bad news you get for dining. Well, Norwegian has just brought out some good news for a change. That's right, their American Diner, where you can get, fries and hamburgers, and you can get those floats like milkshakes and stuff like that, ice cream floats. Really popular place, but it has been a specialty dining venue on the ships all this time. Well, they're making it a free venue now. And I could not be more thrilled. That is amazing, because I'm not one to pay extra to eat a hamburger. You know what I mean? I'm not going to pay extra for specialty dining to have a hamburger that I can have up on the pool deck at the hamburger bar if I want someplace. So yes, I know they're bigger and they're better and etc., but it's just something in my brain that says don't pay extra for hamburgers and hot dogs and french fries on a cruise ship. And so this is going to be a good change. Now, they did warn everybody that they will probably change the menu slightly. What that means, we don't know. Will it be a slender menu now because they're expecting a lot more people, a lot busier? Obviously, if the venue is now free, more people will go. Just look what happened to Alfredo's on Princess Cruise Line. Since they made it a pay-for item that you have to pay for if you don't have Princess Plus or Princess Premier, well, the amount of pizzas they make on average has gone down 60%. Because now people have to pay for it who don't get the packages and stuff like that. So yeah, this is actually a very positive change for Norwegian Cruise Line, and I hope to see more these kind of stories going forward, because quite frankly, we've been having the opposite for a long time now. For a full year, we've heard nothing about except raising prices, raising prices, raising prices, cutting back, cutting back, cutting back. And I just discovered something thanks to a news article I was reading recently, and how they are literally gouging certain passengers. They're making them pay more than everybody else for the exact same services. Yeah. I was shocked and very dismayed, and I'm looking into it more today, and I will put that video out tomorrow, because from what I'm seeing, it's crazy. And I've asked for some explanation, and I've gotten a couple explanations back from some people, and quite frankly, they're very, very weak. Their explanation for gouging these people and charging them more money doesn't make sense. So I'll be bringing that video out tomorrow. Please check it out, and I think you'll be surprised. But hey, we got some good news, right? We got some good news. I'm glad Carnival's warning their people about the game, because not a lot of people follow football who come from other countries would follow, oh, the Saints are in town today, I better get there early. It's a good thing that they're warning people, yeah, get there early. You don't want to miss your cruise because of traffic jams, and that would be bad. And now, hey, hats off to Norwegian Cruise Line for actually making a dining venue free. And yeah, and stay tuned for tomorrow to find out who and what cruise line is actually gouging their customers.